All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends. And today our topic, I changed the topic. Actually, I was going to speak about something else, and because I am not too much following the news about Valentine, I don't really care for such a day. And as you know, nobody loved me, so why I want to care for it? Unlucky me. However, Muslims, they care very much for Valentine Day, and Valentine Day is an enemy to Allah. Um, the funny thing about Islam. Now, regarding what does day mean for many, I mean, I don't care really. I mean, if Valentine Day bring love to people, why not? But if it's about just sex and etc., this is garbage. But everyone in life, he have his own purpose of things. There's people who buy knife to make food for their children, and there's people who buy knife to kill people with it. There's people who make love to a woman to have a family, and there's people who make love just for a lust. There is people who, I mean, the same thing can be two standard, or let us say a different purpose, but is the exact same thing. Now, the Muslims, they have tons of videos in YouTube speaking against Valentine Day. But if we go and search, I mean, we find that Muslims, they speak too much about ethic. As an example, this is Nu'man Khan, the grandson of the Muslim Brotherhood founder. He was accused of a robe of scandals of sex, of rape, not only sex. I mean, this is guy, he rape women. He don't, but he have thousands and thousands of lecturers about ethic and Islam. Nu'man Khan, very well-known Muslim, who is preaching for Allah every day, and he is very famous. Later we found that he is suffering from the same story, and he speak against Valentine Day too. So what we see in front of us, that they speak too much against Valentine, but they themselves, they are involved not only in Valentine, they are involved in sexuality just for sex. They do Valentine but in the wrong way every day. We see the most Islamic people is the one who they are most, their family is very, I mean, very lousy. As an example, Osama bin Laden, this is his niece. His niece, she is, or I don't know what you call it. I don't want to say bad words, but I mean, you tell me what she is. So this is the niece of Osama bin Laden, and Osama bin Laden, he give us speeches about jihad and about etc. Or what about Omar Bakri? Omar Bakri, his daughter literally is a stripper. I mean, Omar Bakri, he want to kill the kuffar, he want to do jihad, he want to join ISIS, he want to kill the Christians, he want to kill the Jews. Women, they should cover themselves, and yet his daughter herself is literally stripper. So they give us lecturers about what is right and what's wrong. But then if we go and we find that those people are involved in the most harsh sexuality, which is not even about even not a normal sex, not like a date, it's like beyond. What about the leader of CARE, who is he was arrested? And we are talking about big names here. Those are just not normal people like me and you. Those are leaders for Muslims, who was arrested for a child trafficking, sex trafficking. So what about Muhammad himself? Muhammad, he have sex with a child, she is 6 years old. Muhammad, he have 13 wives. So if you are against a woman to have a date with a man, let us say you are against sexuality to be open between a man and a woman, but isn't it Islam allow mut'a, which means your prophet, he allow you to take a woman for bed just for exchange of some goods? So at least those people, they are not doing for money. In Islam, it's legalized to be a hooker. Imagine you have a man, he says to you that Valentine Day is haram, it's forbidden, my friend. But then we find Islam not only allow sexuality, allow you to rent a woman for 3 days 3 nights for sex, and you pay her in return some money. And if you want to increase. So this is what? This is open Valentine. Valentine is not necessarily something bad. It can be between a man and his wife. It can be between a man and a woman, but there is nothing involved sexuality. It can be, and it can be about sex too. But Islam legalize sleeping around. It is halal in Islam to rent a woman, just pay her. This, by the way, this is Quran, chapter 4, verse number 24. It says the muta. The Sunnis say to you that the Shia practice muta. This is a lie. The one who practiced muta is Muhammad and his companion, all of them. And this is in the Quran. Allah Himself, He allow muta. So Allah, He forbid you from doing Valentine, but He allow you to do muta. To rent a woman in the elevator for 5 minutes, she take off her panty and then you sleep with her, and that is halal. So a man, he have a relationship with the women, and supposedly he love her, and if he sleep with her, which for us as a Christian, this is not have nothing to do with the Christianity, but let us say somebody he does that, for you he is a big time sinner, but you do it every day. What about having foursome? So you are against Valentine, that a man he have relationship with one woman, but you have in the bed 4 women, and you are number 5, foursome. I don't know what they call it, 5-some, what they call it. So you know how Muslims, they say we are against open sexuality when all of Islam is about sex. When in Islam you go to heaven, even your heaven is about sexuality. What you will be in heaven doing? The Quran says that you will be having sex fakihun, which means you will be enjoying all day long, busy having sex. So the hypocrisy of those who claim that Valentine, you know, Valentine is haram. I mean, this is the most hypocrite religion ever. Chapter 36, verse number 55. You will be busy doing what exactly? Do you know what you will be doing? You will be opening, excuse my language again, between 2 bracket, vagina. Do you want me to show you the reference? Do you want me to show you the reference? So you're having all of it, nothing, there's no Valentine in your heaven, it's just sex. At least those people, maybe they are having, maybe there is a relationship, maybe they love each other, maybe they want to get married, maybe they are married, maybe. But in Islam, here we go, read with me. This is Tafsir At-Tabari. فقال بعضهم ذلك افتضاد العذارى. You will be busy opening vagina. حدثنا مسعود بن حميد قال شغلهم افتضاد العذارى. You will be busy opening the vagina of the virgins. So you are against a Valentine Day, but you will be busy opening vagina 24 hours, 7 days a week for eternity. And not only that, you open the vagina and Allah, He make her virgin again. So the hypocrisy of the Abdul is beyond imagination. They speak too much against Valentine, but what their religion is about? What your religion is about? Isn't it all of it is about sex? Why we have a lack of honesty in this cult? I mean, they try to present themselves as a religion, teach ethic, right? But I never saw any ethic in this religion. I will try to find you the tafsir in English, chapter 36, verse number 55. All right, let us see. Maybe we can find it in English. I doubt they will put that in English, but if you have my book anyway, 6 on Allah, you will find it. They talk too much about ethic, but they are ethically free. We are against sex, but number 1 country search for sex with donkeys is Pakistan. I mean, have you ever heard of this? Huh? Read with me. Here we go. We found it in English. Are you happy now? We found it in English. So we are against Valentine. And indeed, who is talking? Allah. Indeed, the inhabitants of paradise are busy. Busy doing what? Do you know what you will be busy doing? What? Read with me carefully. In a pleasure such as the flowering virgins. They are using a nice words, by the way, saying deflowering. Do you see it? This is your God. This is not Nu'man Khan. This is not Tariq Ramadan, who was accused of a rape. This is not your prophet. This is not a Christian prince. This is not At-Tabari. This is not Ibn Kathir. This is your God saying you will be busy in the heaven of Allah doing nothing but bang bang boom boom. So we call Dr. Zakir Naik there. We ask him, brother, can you talk to us? Zakir Naik, I told you what at the time, don't call me. And right now I'm very busy. Brother, what are you doing? I'm having sex with a lot of vagina. They are long. Brother, can you give us like just two? I cannot. I told you I'm busy. The Quran said we will be busy having sex with the vagina all of the day. So please don't call me. I will change even my number because of you. Dr. Zakir Naik, please don't change your number. If you change your number, who's going to call you? I don't care. Just leave me alone. I'm busy right now. I am in heaven and you're in hell. Go and do your Valentine Day. So they speak too much against Valentine. But what do you have, Muslims? Where is your ethic? Do you remember, guys, the guy we asked him, are you going to have sex with your mother in heaven? Do you remember? He said yes. Do you remember? Let us see. I mean, they talk too much about ethic. They talk too much about good and bad. But where is your good and what is your bad?
Can you hear me?
Yes, mute YouTube, please.
Sorry?
Mute YouTube so we don't have double voice. What do you want to say to us,
Yes.
Mr. Ras? Why you are upset? You said
Why are you slandering the
you said this
Nothing
guy is a fraud.
Sin in heaven.
Huh?
Nothing is sin in heaven.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm saying. In the heaven, you can have sex with the goat. It's fine for you, right? Nothing sin. There's no sin. You can have sex with your mother. Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. So you are proud about having sex with your mother. You and your father, you will have sex with the same woman, which is your mother.
Anything is fun. Everything comes from God in heaven.
No problem.
Why are you slandering the heaven?
You said this guy is a fraud.
Sin in heaven.
Huh?
Nothing is sin in heaven.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm saying. In the heaven, you can have sex with the goat. It's fine for you, right? Nothing sin. There's no sin. You can have sex with your mother. Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. So you are proud about having sex with your mother. You and your father, you will have sex with the same woman, which is your mother.
Anything is fun. Everything comes from God in heaven.
No problem. So in the heaven of Allah, you will have a threesome. You and your father and your mother in the bed.
Okay.
And you don't see that there's something wrong with that. Okay. Do you hear it? Okay. I mean, like he's saying like okay, so I mean, like what? So what? So what's your problem? Like, huh? So Valentine Day is kaka, is cuckoo, is wawa, is haram. Allahu Akbar, brother. Allahu Akbar, brother. But in heaven, he will have sex with his mother and his father in the same bed. Huh? What's up? What's the problem? There's no problem. There is no sin in heaven. Did you hear it?
Yes.
Mr. Ras, why you are upset? You said you said this guy is a fraud.
Sin in heaven.
Huh?
Nothing is sin in heaven.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm saying. In the heaven, you can have sex with the goat. It's fine for you, right? Nothing sin. There's no sin. You can have sex with your mother. Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. So you are proud about having sex with your mother. You and your father, you will have sex with the same woman, which is your mother.
Anything is fun. Everything comes from God in heaven.
No problem. So in the heaven of Allah, you will have a threesome. You and your father and your mother in the bed.
Okay.
And you don't see that there's something wrong with that.
What do you not understand about nothing is sin?
Well, I'm just trying to understand, my friend. I mean, do you see how stupid the Christian prince is? Do you see how stupid he is? Why you cannot understand that there's no sin in heaven of Allah? There's no sin. We are hippies. We have sex with everybody. Anything is walking around, we have sex with it. Even if we see a hole in the wall, we have sex with it. What's wrong with you? There is no sin in the heaven of Allah. What's wrong with you? I told you. So what? He want to have sex with his mother. So what's your problem? I mean, why you are slow? But hold on. Valentine is haram. Brother, you will go to hell, brother, if you have Valentine. But having sex with your mother in heaven is halal. See, I'm
sin.
not smart like
Listen,
you.
we think it's sin due to our social
Okay,
structure.
if Zakir Naik, I'm not trying to insult, by the way. I'm not trying to insult. Don't take me wrong, please. You know, I have not. I don't know
You
you.
are.
Okay, no, I'm not trying to insult. If Zakir Naik, he want to have sex with your sister, and you like your sister, so are you willing, you and Zakir Naik, to share your sister together?
In this case, Zakir Naik
Hmm.
in heaven,
Hmm.
he would have a situation in which he could,
He could. So you and your sister and you Zakir Naik in one bed.
but it wouldn't be my wouldn't be my sister.
Why not?
In heaven, think of it as anything can happen.
Well, anything can happen. So your sister, it's possible that you and Zakir Naik having sex with your sister in the same time. That's amazing. I mean, what I can say. This is beautiful, my friend. I'm really in touch. I'm thinking now to convert to Islam. And can you tell me what is the wisdom behind this? Why? Why your sister and Zakir Naik and you in the bed and you don't see that there's something wrong with that? Why you think there's nothing wrong with that?
Look, okay, due to our social structure and morals, yes, it's wrong. But when you get to heaven, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yes.
What if somebody want to have sex with the Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him?
If it's in heaven, yes.
So the Prophet, he will take off his panty, he will bend over, and we will see somebody doing him from his behind.
In my heaven, yes.
Okay, that's one. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? He don't mind that he's a prophet getting boom boom by a man. Did you hear it? I mean, if you, by the way, this is a guy, he's a speaker corner, his name is Abbas. Don't think this guy, I paid him to come, and the other guy is Moroccan, and you see all of them. That's why I advise you to download those videos. So Valentine is haram. I mean, Valentine is haram. Come on, we have to face it. But having sex with the Prophet, doing boom boom to the Prophet taking off his panty and he bent over, he have no problem with it. But Valentine is haram. I mean, what's wrong with you people? Can't you see how wise this religion is? Why you think there's nothing wrong with that?
Look, okay, due to our social structure and morals, yes, it's wrong. But when you get to heaven, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yes.
What if somebody want to have sex with the Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him?
If it's in heaven, yes.
So the Prophet, he will take off his panty, he will bend over, and we will see somebody doing him from his behind.
In my heaven, yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. And do you think you will be hurt if somebody do it to you because you're a man? I mean, I think that will be hurting you badly. Do you think Allah will ease your anus pain?
No, listen, that person, whoever who wants to do it, he would be able to do it in his own time and space.
With time and space, no problem. But now we are talking about time and space. In 2 minutes from now, we will be in a fiction movie like time and space. What time and space? We're like, you are a man, and you okay? So what? I mean, guys, let us make it short. Have you ever heard of more stupid, absurd, stupid cult more than this? They have no problem to have sex with the children's. The Prophet, he did marry Aisha at the age of 6. The Prophet, he wished to marry and he asked for the hand of a woman when she was an infant. Al-Khomeini, he said there's no problem to have sexual relationship with an infant by putting your private part between her legs. And actually, we have a debate about it before. Let me see if I can find it for you. I mean, but remember, my friend, it's haram. Valentine is haram. I mean, come on, we have to be honest here. Valentine is a problem. And the guy was debating me. He's a doctor. Let us see if we can find it. Here we go. You can touch her. Look at the desire. And by hugs, girl, she is not even maybe a 1 week or 2 weeks old, because as you see, it's radia, which means she's just drink milk. I don't know. This is what your imam saying. He's saying sexual relationship by hugs. Read with me. This is your Islamic site. As you see, this is not my website. All kind of sexual relationship. like touch with desire. Look at the desire. And hugs and tafkhid. Touch with desire or hugs or putting your private part between the legs of that little baby. This is his explanation. I'm reading just exactly as he wrote. I'm not adding one word. He's saying doing that to a little girl, she can drink milk only. She's a radia, suckling, girl. It's okay. You can touch her in a sexual way to enjoy her. You can hug her in a sexual way. It's okay. Or you can put your private man hood between her legs to enjoy her. Now you tell me what you understand from that. Your mic.
Okay, don't forget that this baby, okay, this Radia is a wife. Is a wife. He is not fucking her. Okay, the husband is not fucking.
Don't use dirty words, Doctor. Listen. I know you are in the corner. Listen. She is a little girl. What do you mean wife? She cannot eat yet. She drink only milk. What do you mean she's a wife? Guys, she's a wife. She don't have teeth yet. How you say she is a wife? Your mic? Man. Go ahead.
Can you tell me what's the difference between marriage and non-marriage, between legal and illegal relation? Your mic.
Doctor, don't change the topic. How you can marry a little girl, she don't have teeth even. You said she is a wife. Explain to us in the room how Muslims marry a girl, she don't have her teeth yet. She drink milk only. She suckle only. How she became a wife and how he is approving you to touch her in a sexual way, to enjoy her in a sexual way. Not only that, to put your private part between her legs. Your mic.
Okay, we are talking about marriage. Okay, this situation is a special situation. We are not. We never heard. We never. We never seen husband.
Listen, what's special situation? Listen, this is your scholars, the one you approve as a big leader for you, saying you can have relationship sexually with little baby girl. She don't have teeth yet. Explain to us how you can do such a thing. Your mic.
Okay, I'm allowed to have a baby wife. Okay, but did I have,
baby wife?
Do I have right now a baby wife? Your mic.
I don't care if you have a baby wife or not, but how your God allowed you to have a baby wife, man? She cannot even eat. She's still in her diaper. She do poo-poo. How you take her as a wife? How you enjoy her in a sex way? How? Explain to us. What kind of religion this religion would allow you to have a baby wife? You have it. You don't have it. Your religion allowed you. You can do it because in Islam it's okay. So how you can have a baby wife who do not have teeth yet, who cannot even speak yet, who say, come on, how you can have sex with a girl like this? Your mic. Go ahead.
Okay. Who put the standards? If this girl is a baby or a woman, I can marry too. a woman, or if there is, who puts the rules so that I can marry to a woman if she reach, a special age. Humans who put this is standards, okay? Who put this is not God.
Okay, we are done. We are
Hello
done with this.
everyone.
We are done with this one. So you see here how this cult,
Sexual relation.
function. They speak too much. They have tons of articles against Valentine, thousands of videos, but they have no problem to have sex with their mother. By the way, even sex with your daughter in earth is allowed. The Muslim, they say to you, do you know the story of Lut, where his daughters, they slept with him in the Bible? My friend, the Bible tells a story about what the daughters did, not what God told them to do. In your Quran, in your interpretation, in your explanation, according to Islam, you can have sex with your daughter legally if she is not a daughter from marriage, and you can have sex with the children's, and you can have sex with your mother, and you can have sex with the prophet, and you can have sex with your sister in heaven. So what is left in this cult? What is left in this cult? I'm not going to stay long today. Tomorrow we will stay longer. Just I want to keep this video short so you guys can download it, can share it with your friends, and thank you for those who made donation. We appreciate your help. Remember, my friends, Islam is a big fat lie. They speak too much about ethic. All of us, we are sinners. I'm not saying I am better than anyone. All of us, we are sinners, and we don't want hypocrisy. Men, women, they like each other for a very simple reason, because the male is a male and the female is a female. So stop being hypocrite. But Islam is religion teach lost. There's people who do commit sin, and there's God, his name is Allah. He teach you to commit sin. He drive you to commit what is even a crime, not sin, because having sex with the children is not a sin anymore. This is a crime against the children. Jesus says it's better for a man to put a milestone in his neck and throw himself in the deep ocean before he hurt those little ones. It's better for you to jump in the ocean, deep in the ocean, disappear from this earth before you hurt those little ones. Your prophet, he heard them. Islam, he heard them. Islam hurt the children. Islam don't respect children. Islam don't let you stay as a child. Even a child is a product of sex. Islam destroy relationship between men and women. God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and a thousand of Eves. And the women, she knew the man, and the man, he knew the women. In Islam, you go to heaven, you don't even know the women you are going to marry from. Until now, in Saudi Arabia, in many Islamic countries, the man, he never even saw the wife. So what does that mean? This is just a marriage for sex. And then he sleep with her for a few days, and then he find out that she is not what he's looking for. He hit her a text message saying you are divorced, and he exchanged her with a new one. He can replace 4 wives every day. So don't fool yourself and say we have ethic. You have nothing but hypocrisy. You have no love in your life, only sexuality and lust. And yet to talk too much about ethic. I never saw all my life people speak about ethic as much as Muslims, but they are ethic free. Just give Muslim countries a freedom and you will see what will happen. Just give them freedom and you will see, and you will not imagine what will happen overnight. So let us remember one thing. People do things for a reason. Valentine can be good, can be bad, depend what you want to do in it. You can be a person who is in love, and your love is a decent love. Nothing wrong with that. You can celebrate Valentine every day. What's wrong with that? Love is good. Hate is bad. But love should not be about sex. Sexuality is a part of us, is not something we created. It is God gift to us, so it should be used as a gift. And the gift is from God, should be used as God who wanted us to use it. But always we see the Muslim, they speak about ethic. And we are people who commit sin, all of us. There's nobody in this earth, he is not a sinner. So stop being hypocrite Your scholars who speak too much against Valentine, they are #1 people in the world who watch porn. I remember when I was in the Middle East, I was in the roof and I saw everybody changing the direction of the satellite. I could not understand why. I went downstairs, I look at the satellite, it's working fine. So why they are changing? And later they told me, I was working with some young youth from my age. They told me, did you change direction of satellite? I said, no. Why? It's working fine. They said, because the porn station, they changed direction. Don't you know? The whole city in the roof, old, young, everybody in the roof, it changing the direction of the satellite. But all of them, they pray 5 times a day. All of them, they wear the hat of Islam. All of them, they will say Alhamdulillah, Inshallah, MashaAllah. All of them, they are very decent Muslims who repeat the name of Allah in every step they do in their life. But the second the satellite, they should change the frequency for porn station. Everybody in the roof. Nation of hypocrisy. Your heaven is porn. Your God is about porn. Your prophet is about porn. Your Quran is a book of porn. Stop schooling people about what is ethical. You have none of it. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to download the video. This video will be taken down in a few hours from now, just to be sure that you guys are downloading and sharing. In few hours, I promise you, in few hours, 3-4 hours maximum, this video will be taken down. So download it, share it around, and thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you. And thank you again for those who support us with donation. And we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will stay longer so we can give a better education and better time to receive phone calls from those who dare to call us, if they dare. Thank you for now. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. Garbage in, garbage out. And see you soon again. Bye-bye.